connection of Aboriginal people to country, culture and community, including traditional custodians of this land, the Wadandi and Kaniang people of the Noongar Nation, paying respects to elders, past and present. We'll declare the meeting open at 5 p.m. And firstly, a reminder, please, that this meeting is being live streamed and digitally recorded in accordance with Council Policy EMCP2. Members of the public are reminded that no other visual or audio recording of this meeting by any other means is allowed without the permission of the chairperson. Whilst every endeavour has been made to only record those who are actively participating, loud comments or noises can also be picked up in the recording. In attendance we have tonight Councillor Davey, Councillor Anne Mitchell, Councillor Lisa Glover, Councillor Peter Gubler, Councillor Grant Patrick, Councillor John Bailey and Councillor Anita Lindeman. Our staff present is CEO Nick O'Connor, Acting Director of Finance and Corporate Lauren Clifford, Director of Operations Ross Marshall, and Administration Officer for Corporate Services Sam Farquhar. We also welcome members in the public gallery and we recognise a past Shire President in Mr Louis Turia. Thank you for your attendance. Councillors, meeting procedures Local Law 2017 in clause 8.2 requires members to stand or rise when speaking. As this interferes with our live stream recordings and the audio, would someone like to move the recommendation that Council suspends clause 8.2? Thank you, Councillor Lindeman. Councillor Patrick. All in favour? Thank you. Carried. Moving into item 2.1, apologies. We do have an apology from Councillor Diana Shand. And if we move on to item 2.3, applications for leave of absence, Councillor Shand has submitted a request for a leave of absence for the July Ordinary Council meeting. Councillors, would you like to move that we accept that application? Councillor Glover and Councillor Gubler. All in favour? Thank you. Carried. We also have an application from Councillor Gubler for a leave of absence on for the August. Sorry, will I mention the dates? From the 20th to the 28th of August, which will include the OCM. Would councillors like to approve that? Councillor Glover, Councillor Davey, all in favour? Carried. We have two announcements to make under item 3. The first is an invitation to all residents from the Irish Town community to attend a community workshop that's hosted by the Shire of Donnybrook-Balingup to discuss the incident involving the Irish Town Road Bridge fire and emergency closure and the subsequent detour of the associated works. The workshop will be an opportunity for residents and interested community members to engage with Shire officers to critique the incident and the response. It'll also provide an opportunity to share experiences, provide insights and assist with feedback that will benefit the community, our emergency services and relevant stakeholders. Input from the Irish Town residents is important to help the Shire improve how we respond to incidents. Feedback informs future planning, communication preferences and infrastructure management and much more. The session, or the workshop rather, is being held at the council, it's not being held, it's being held between 3 and 7 on Wednesday the 30th of July at the VC Mitchell Park Pavilion 2, which is the tennis club, in Marmion Street. Shire officers will be present throughout the forum to answer questions, listen to concerns, note your suggestions and record your feedback. Templates for responses will be available at the workshop, and alternatively, if you're unable to make it on the day, you can email your feedback to the Shire. As long as it's in by the 31st of July, it will be captured in the review. And the second announcement we have, if you would like to help shape the future of the Shire, you might consider nominating to become an elected member and represent your community as part of this council. With the local government elections coming up in October this year, the Shire is facilitating a candidate information session on the 7th of August 2025 at 6:30 p.m. here in the council chambers. You don't need to register to attend, you can just come along on the day. Moving on to item 4, declarations of interest. Division 6, Subdivision 1 of the Local Government Act 1995 states that care should be taken by all councillors, committee members and staff to ensure that a financial or impartiality interest is declared and that they refrain from voting on any matter which is considered to come within the ambit of the Act. And that moves us on to item 5, public question time. And I hope that everyone's filled out their question forms if they have a question, and so that we can get them up on the screen. At 5.1, responses to previous public questions that were taken on notice, we have none. And then inviting questions from the gallery. Do we have a list, Lauren, or is it just inviting people? Okay, the way we do this is we do 2 questions at a time so that people can cycle through. Does anyone have any questions? Would you like? Miss Clifford will help you out at the podium.
Good afternoon, Mrs. President, and thanks for allowing me to take my question.
And we just need your name.
Yeah, I'm about to give you all that. Yeah, my
Okay.
name's David Tuya, and my address is 43 Marmin Street, Donnybrook. I'm here to ask a 5-point question in regard to Gairdner Road at Beelarup. The title of the question is Proactive Solutions Sought. Number 1. What can we do about all the problems on Gairdner Road, i.e. road encroachments? Full stop. Number 2. Has the Shire been in communication with Mr Antonio Compagnoni about the latest orders from the State Administrative Tribunal? Full stop. Number 3. I, David Tuya, am not the current legal registered owner of Lot 350 Gairdner Road, Beelarup. Full stop. Number 4. And attached to number 4, there's an attachment which I've already handed up to the Mrs. President. The Surveyor General from Landgate has quoted, and I quote, that the issues regarding all encroachments along Gairdner Road are a matter between the Donnybrook Shire and Mr Antonio Compagnoni to be corrected. Full stop. End of quote. Number 5. Suggestion that the Shire get Antonio Compagnoni to acquire exemptions for all the issues on Gairdner Road, namely lots 350, 351, 352, 353, 354. End of question. Thank you for the time.
Thank you, Mr Tuya. Can I just take a moment before we respond? Mr Tuya,
Yes?
we don't have the...
I handed it to the young lady that was going around, I think.
I've got
Oh,
one
yeah, that
here.
one, yeah.
I actually don't have all the information that we need to respond to these questions, so we can take them on notice.
Yes, yes.
And have the responses included in the minutes. Is that okay?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
correct. Yeah, it's got to be put in
And
the
then
minutes.
I understand you're doing a presentation as well, a deputation as well.
Yes, Mr.
Yeah.
Lou too, my cousin.
So then we get a chance to ask some
All right then,
questions.
yeah, no worries.
Are you
I'll try
okay?
and answer as best I can. I haven't got my file in front of me, but anything you need I can take on notice and get back to you with the
That's the way to
information.
go.
Thank
Thanks
you
so
very
Mr.
much.
Tuya. Okay, thank you. Councillor Davey.
I just wanted it noted on the record that one of the properties listed is my property.
Thank
So I
you,
do have a
Councillor Davey.
conflict.
Yes,
Thank
of
you.
course. Okay. Can, excuse me, Director, Acting Director, can we just take that on, that record that Councillor Davey has mentioned that one of the properties is her property. And, well, it's not on the agenda.
It's not for decision making,
Yeah,
so
so
it's probably
I
just a
think it's
disclosure as opposed to a formal declaration, I think is the advice I provided, Councillor Davey, through you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Councillor Davey. And thank
All
you.
right, thank you, Mrs President.
Thank you. Any other questions? Acting Director will help you out, and also with the microphone as well.
Thank you, Madam Chairwoman.
Thank you.
Louis Tuya is my name. And this is on behalf of David Tuya, my nephew. Now, when Mr Tuya bought the property, this is not a question, it's a statement. The owner, Mr Campagnoni, said everything was right on that farm. There was nothing wrong with the area, the fence or anything. Now, we find now that's not quite correct. Now, I think you should see...
Can I just interrupt, please?
Yes.
I'm very sorry. It's a deputation that you're giving now. This is public question time, so it needs to be a question, Mr Tuya. And we
what's the
give 2
question
minutes.
then?
Yeah. Do you want to leave it to the deputation?
When's that? Straight after?
It's a couple of items.
Okay, I'll leave it then, thank you.
Thanks so much for your understanding. Thank you. Are there any other questions? No other questions? Okay. So moving on to item 6. Item 6 contains our petitions, our presentations and deputations. So item 6.1, we have no petitions that we're aware of, and 6.2, we have no presentations. But at 6.3, we have deputations, and tonight we have 3 deputations. The first is from Rachel Atkinson and Ian Massey on behalf of the Donnybrook Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Are they here? No? Okay, not here, so we'll move on. And the second is from Karen, the 2 Karens, Karen Maggi, and regarding the Bailing Up Playground proposal. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you for having me. My name's Karen Maggi. I live in Bailingup for the last 4 years. Chairperson of Upcycle, and I'm proudly working in the community and loving it. So what I proposed, and I hope everybody's had a chance to look at it, is to extend the playground that already exists in Bailingup. There's a toddler playground and there's nothing for the older children. And pretty much when I moved into town, that was the thing that really struck me, was no children playing outside. After school hours, I'd walk my dog, there was no parents or children. So I worked as a chaplain for many years and in child protection before that. So my whole thing is about children. My big concern for them is that they're in the house on media of some sort, which would be really mentally addictive. And, you know, I've got grandkids myself and they are addicted to it. So trying to get them outside and into the fresh air and playing with each other, get the parents to interact with each other is hugely important, not just for our community, but for everyone. So that started me with the process of having a look at what we could do. And so done a lot of research into different types of playgrounds. We put the suggestions to the primary school, thinking the principal would have a look at it, but she passed on to grade 6. They were over the moon. The children were so excited to think that there could be a playground for their age group. And they, pretty much the suggestions we've got here are their suggestions. So what I'm asking the council to do is to give permission for this project to go ahead and to allocate the land extension of the playground that already exists. We are going timber look. If you know anything about that playground, it's got the wood benches, the wood barbecue cover area. So we're just going to continue that theme